Hello everyone, welcome to my main work for this week, and today I've got pretty much to cover about lean. Well, last week I did cover about something called lean in order, the 12 pictures. Mrs. Russ sent in the 12 pictures, and we need to redetermine our concept for lean and then the goals of lean, what it means in each different industry. I did it as a writing, and I think I pretty much covered all the 3 questions. What lean really means to me, and the goals of lean and what it means in different industry. So I think maybe perhaps I interpreted in a wrong way, and Mrs. Russ said that's not good enough, and so I will work it again for this week. So Mrs. Russ said that. So initially I thought lean. What is lean then? Initially, for me, in my opinion, I thought lean was a practice that help businesses reduce waste and enhance efficiency, all of that. But in reality, it's not a practices, it's the practices, because the practices that every business needs to go to in the modern era. What I mean by that is that it's so important and it's so mind-boggling. It changed the working environment of a business so much. For example, it uses a lot of steps to create more values to the businesses. They even reduce less waste. Waste meaning that things that don't contribute values to the businesses. So it's really, really helpful and really, really efficient. One example is that if I have a business but it's all like not organized, things like that, I can use lean to reorganize my business, and it will be done just that perfectly. There will be no waste. Before, the amount of money I insert into the products is higher than the amount of money I receive back. But now after using lean, the amount of money that I receive back is much higher. So that's an example of how efficient lean can be. So at its core, lean is about understanding what the customer needs. So without lean, it will be like this. You create more. Oops. There are so many markers. Okay. More products than the customer need. This will create a surplus of product. Surplus means an extra amount of unnecessary products. So because they fear that if a customer wants to buy a product and they ran out, then they won't be able to sell the product. It creates surplus. The bad side of this is if you create so much surplus of products, and at one time the customer think this product is not good before, and they ditch your product. They don't like your product anymore. That's a really, really bad thing for you. Because now you have a surplus of products, a huge amount of products that you don't need, that the customer don't want to buy, and so you're in debt. You use your money to turn into those products, but now you can't buy. You can sell them. Now you cannot sell them. Now you're in debt. That's what lean. That what a business is without lean. So with lean, it creates the same amount of products. All these markers. Products equal customer need. Sorry for the Vietnamese there. Okay. Products equal customer need. So products equal customer need. It will not create a surplus. No surplus. Now, how do you exactly know that how much products do customers need? It's not the point of whether you predicted how much the product they need, but the point is that the customer said to you that how much product they need, and then you create that product. That's it. Just it. The customer said to your business, I need this in how many days, and you make that, just that, and then done. And so that creates no surplus. You earn a high amount, you're not in debt, there's no surplus of products, it's all good. it will eliminate unnecessary steps. So let me create another example for the necessary steps. If, for example, you're in a bakery and then you need one more step is that to check the cake. We need a person right there to check each cake. And you don't think that person is doing a good job. They're very not paying attention or things like that. The cakes are not good. And so that is that does not create any value to your business. Now with using Lean and with using the tech industry, using techs like today, you can have an AI scanner or a scanner. If there's one cake or one thing that doesn't match the necessary requirements, that will be sent back. So you don't need to hire that customer. You save the amount of money by you save the amount of money you pay to that customer, to that employee. So for example, for the employee you pay about let's see, $40,000 annually. Okay, per year. Annually mean per year. And with that machine, it is about $200,000. So you might think at first this is much better, but in the long term, you need to look at the long term. You need to say to yourself, will your business survive for 5 years? Because if you buy this, then 5 years later, this will be the amount of this, equal the amount, and the customer will be all happy. So is this worth it? I would say recommend yes, because it's a bakery. It can of course stand within 5 years if you know how to run your bakery. So that's an example of eliminating unnecessary wastes. Producing only when necessary, as I said before, that's the point of Lean. Constantly improving too. The tech industry is constantly improving, and the Lean, they use the advantage of that. Lean businesses, they implemented new techs into businesses, they find different ways to improve, and they improve the whole system altogether. So that's all about the principles of Lean. I think that's it. These principles help organize their work, help organize their workflows. Their business works smarter, not harder. So, how can the business improve? How can the business have benefits from this? First of all is they can remove delays and bottlenecks. They can reduce the cost of unnecessary values. Like I said before, the employees, he was a bad employee. You pay him $40,000 per year. But with the scanner, it's good, certainly good. All your customers happy. And in just 5 years, maybe or less, because your cake sells more, maybe less, you earn an equal amount of money that you pay to the customer to the machine. So also, the businesses and the companies will also stay adaptable in the changing environments. Adaptability is a very important requirement and very important aspect of an industry. If, for example, you're an industry that can't adapt to the new changing environments, you will be left out by your, behind by your enemies. So, as I like to call them. So, how can different industry apply Lean now? Now, different industry apply Lean in different way. First, we have a lot of industry that use Lean. Healthcare. There's automation or factory. There's also manufacturing. No, not automation. Not factory. Manufacturing. Software development. Software. Blah 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 blah. A lot more. So how can you help in each of these industries then? Now, first of all, automation and manufacturing. It helps streamline the products. As I said before, if you have necessary employees or necessary steps inside of the line, in the production line, because in a factory it goes through an assembly line, right? Workers assemble the products or the machines, and if somehow, if for example your machine is going bad or your employees is not good enough, you can replace that. That's how lean can help. There's also in healthcare, it will improve the patient care and identify and fixing inefficiencies. I don't know if you know this, but in the world right now, instead of using to cut out the body to see what's wrong with your inside of your body to see what's wrong, now they have a lot of technologies, even 3D technologies, VR shit. And then there's also one that help the scientists look through the body, identify without cutting them, identify the problem, and then just fixing them. There's also VR for new doctors to get new surgeons to get they have where to cut, how to cut on the VR 3D models, exactly that. You will know where to cut and how to cut, and then you can do that. How to sew them all together, yeah, how to identify the problems. It will train you with VR. So in software development, it supports faster delivery and better collaboration. That's just as easy as that. So overall, lean is not a method, as I like to say in the first of my instance of my video. Lean is not a method, it is the method to go to in the modern era. Thank you for listening and see you next time.